Why am I doing this again? If you don't have a goal, if you don't have something to looking forward to, then there's no reason and there's no point for you to do anything like this. After 9 years of touring every day and doing over 150 shows a year, I'm stopping because I want to.
Following weeks of speculation, it was confirmed yesterday that professional dancer Giovanni Pernice will not be returning
on Strictly Come Dancing.
I hate the word famous.
Have you ever had any times where you've just gone, oh, for God's sake?
Yeah, a few times. Always keep your feet on the ground, no matter how popular and famous you become.
If they asked you to go back, Strictly wise, would you?
I need the people, I need that feeling. So without the audience, I don't know how to go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The audience has been the best medicine for me. And to understand who the real people close to you are.
Just the growth is just... Giovanni, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Yeah, really well.
Last time I saw you was a long time ago, James.
A year and a half. Yeah, probably a year and a half.
You haven't changed.
No, neither have you.
Actually,
still
you look
smell
better.
Nice, though. How is Italy treating you? How's it been?
There's a lot of pasta. There's a lot of pizza. I think I gained 8 kilos now. It's treating well. It's treating well. The competition is doing very, very well. We are about to enter the semi-final and then the final, if we get there, on the 21st of December.
So how are you juggling, like traveling? Because you're back a lot for work stuff, I'd assume, and getting the show ready and the tour ready and all those sorts of things, and then bouncing back to do, I assume, 5 days a week in rehearsals and then a live show.
Yep.
How's it going?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, as you can imagine. But, you know, we love to do what we do, right? So it doesn't really feel like a job.
Yeah.
You know? Obviously, it's the pressure of the competition because we want to do well. But at the same time, I've got people to follow over here, like my dance classes and all the other things, because I live here. So it's difficult, but we are managing.
What's the balance? Are you there a couple of weeks and come back for a weekend and then go back?
I come here every time I can.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, this weekend, we don't have a show because the presenter is busy doing other stuff. So I did have this weekend off. So I've decided to come back home and start to bring again all the things that, like the clothes to Italy. I bring it with me back again. So it's all right. Now there's Christmas. We got 2 days off in Christmas. Come on. I got 2 days off.
You do 2 days off at Christmas, and then I assume you're back. Is it January the tour starts?
Yeah. So 27.
Just straight in it.
27th, we start rehearsals again for my last show, my last dance. It's called.
The Last Dance. Are you gonna? Is that the end game, or are you gonna do something beyond?
It's called The Last Dance because, as you can imagine, after 9 years of touring every day and doing over 150 shows a year, the body starts to say, Giovanni, slow down, slow down. But there's always a comeback to.
Yeah.
You know, like a big pop stars, like Steps reunion and things like that. You know, Giovanni's back. But for now, I need a little break. Also to give me a chance, to myself to try to open a window in terms of trying to do other things. Because obviously being on tour for 7 months doesn't give opportunity to do anything else other than touring. So I want to try to see other stuff as well around. What's out there? Yeah.
So when you're touring, is it just an everyday, just the theatre? Do you get any time in your own bed at all? No.
Why would you do that, James? Come on.
That's true. Yeah, it's torture.
I know every single premiere in the world. Premiere, maybe come. That's not. No, it's obviously we do, because it's one day, which means that we finish the show. Well, I do meet and greet at 5 o'clock. Then I do the show. Then obviously the stage door after the show, which sometimes take an hour and a half. And then get in the car, go to the next city. Sleep at the premiere.
You'll miss it though. You'll miss it straight away.
I know.
Because this is what I was thinking, that very similar things, right? Is it like you miss parts of your life, like you get invited to thing, or a friend of yours gets married, or one of those things, and you can't do it because you're in somewhere long and distant.
Absolutely.
But then it doesn't take long for you being away from it to go, I miss the audience, and I miss the people, and I miss because everything's got a purpose, and you're building and creating.
But I'm not going to miss the people because I'm pretty sure that I need the people. I need that feeling. So I need to invent something just to be around people, but not. But be able to do, as you said, if my mum is doing a birthday,
Yeah.
I want to be able to go to my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
And not, not going there because I'm in somewhere in the country. I
Yeah.
want to be able to do that. And I think it arrives at the right time of my life when it's like, okay, I've done it for 10 years. I've done 10 incredible shows, So it's right time. It's the right time.
Yeah.
And also there's other things I want to try.
I always remember, because the last time I saw your tour show must have been 5 years ago, maybe.
Is it when I danced with Debbie on stage?
It was. And just being in the showbiz world, you sort of meet people that have worked on this or done that and seen the show grow. What's that process been like? And how does that happen? Like, what's the mental sort of objective when you're going from either the last show of the last tour comes down and then the new one is in the planning?
It's been a difficult but interesting process over the years because obviously our industry as a dancer and obviously a professional strictly, there's other shows on the road as well. So it's not like you got the exclusivity to be the only professional dancer to do the show or your own tour. There's other people that are doing the same. So to be able to compete against the other people that do the show, you got to create something that is slightly different or slightly better in terms. But I think the reason why mine has been successful for the past 10 years is because I started very slow and I started very small. I started with theatre, which was 250 seats.
Yeah.
And we were going in cities that probably even the people that live in the city, they didn't know they existed in that city.
Yeah.
I remember I was going to Livingston in Scotland or Hamilton in Scotland. So very, very small city. And from there, we start to build up and we end up, as in today, we're able to play Glasgow, we have played, the biggest city.
Huge space.
Exactly. I give an example. My first ever press night was at the Hayes Theatre.
In the back.
At the back
it's
theatre.
just shut down.
I know, because that was my
Really
opening night this
sad.
year. Tonight.
Yeah, wow.
This year.
Yeah.
This year next year was my opening night.
Yeah.
But that was my press night.
Yeah.
And for an artist, as you know, the press night is the most important night.
Yeah.
For us, that was the press night at the Hayes Theatre. And then the day after, we start to play a small theatre in London, like the Show Theatre, which was 500 seats, and then the day after we went to the Lyric Theatre, and then we went to the, to the Majesty Theatre. And today, next year, for the past 2 years, I've been playing the Palladium, the London Palladium. So it's a process.
Do you pinch yourself with those things?
I did.
Because when you first came, so you moved here for Strictly, is that right? And so the process of sort of being a complete unknown and also like a new person in a new place.
New language.
To and new language. Just the growth is just...
But if I watch it back and if I watch from outsider, that's remarkable. The process always been, as you said, different language, different country. Didn't know the reason why I was in the UK, to be honest, other than they pay well when they do Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why I started really here. And then after 10 years, having the family that is created now around me. I mean, I can see the fan base and the people, the way they protect me and the way how they really miss me when I'm not here. It's remarkable. Yeah. It's remarkable and it's great. I'm always grateful for that.
Strictly's great with that as well.
Absolutely.
Everyone is just...
It's the biggest show on television, and that people get involved emotionally as well.
Do you miss it this year?
Well, I'm very, very busy doing something else.
Yeah.
So I don't really focus on what is in there. But, I'm a person that really put mind and set in everything that I do.
Yeah.
So at the moment, my priority is Bianca and Ballando con le Stelle, which is obviously Dancing with the Star. So I want to get to the end to that.
Yeah.
And then I'm coming back in the UK.
Does it feel nice to be on sort of almost like a homecoming as well this year when you go home and all the people you grew up with watching it?
Oh well, I always say this because people are messaging me from 20 years. I mean, I've received a message from people that I went to school with that I haven't spoken to them for 20 years, or sadly, hi, you remember me? We were, I'm like, no, who are you? Things like that. But it felt at the beginning, it felt so weird. Yeah. Because I couldn't speak Italian anymore.
Really? That's so
I was speaking in Italian with an English accent from Palermo.
So when you first started, so dance is all you've ever done really, and it's all you've ever dreamt of doing. And Yeah, tell me if I get any of this wrong. When you were 14, you moved away to dance on your own. Tell me about that.
So basically, I was born. I'm from Sicily, which is a very small island in Italy, and there's not much going on there.
Yeah.
So I started dancing there when I was 7 years old with my cousin, watching a show on television called Come Dancing, which is before Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah.
And then then I won the first competition at age of 10, and I really loved it. I loved the vibe, the feeling of winning.
Yeah.
So I wanted to carry on. I wanted to carry on to that feeling. And then when I was 14, I did realize that in Sicily wasn't much going on to improve the dancing. So I left, and from Sicily, I went to Bologna, which is North Italy. But I did have to go on my own because my parents, obviously, they have to stay where they were. And it was interesting to live on my own when I was 14, but I'm grateful I did, and I'm very glad I did, because it created really the monster that I am today in terms of, dealing with stuff that, probably a 14 years old wouldn't do living with his own family,
Yeah. How does the ambition fuel things? And then how did that sort of put you in a place where you could deal with the other parts of it? The faster you grow and the taller you stand, then the more of a reaction there is. I find it with the tour show for me is you kind of, the more you're in the spotlight, then the more sort of stuff you're trying to bat away. How does the sort of process of you going from living on your own to you're 14 to dancing to when you're 24, 25 when you came to Strictly, how did that affect those things? Well,
you said it right. You said it perfectly yourself, because ambitious is what we need as entertainers, as in this industry. If you don't have ambitions, then you're dead.
Yeah.
Realistically, if you don't have a goal, if you don't have something to looking forward to, if you don't have anything sort of this, then there's no reason and there's no point for you to do anything like this. But if I can give you numble, what's the word I'm searching for? It's not a clue, but a numble suggestion is always keep your feet on the ground. No matter how popular and famous you become, you will remain popular and famous if you keep your feet on the ground. Because I've seen so many times people getting a slightly popular or slightly recognizable on the street, and they just take things to be, those big stars. But realistically, the reason why we are famous, I don't like the word famous, I hate the word famous, but the reason why we are popular is because of the people. So always be grateful to people, always say thank you to people, always spend 2 minutes to have a chat with a person that's supporting you in everything you do, because realistically, if we are there, it's because of them.
Yeah.
This you know who teach me this?
Hey.
Debbie McGee.
Really?
She's the one who teach me this.
She's an angel. I'm lucky in that respect. If I have anything like that, she's been there and she knows it.
She's been there, she's done that. She's the person that and I swear to God, if I'm lying, every time we work in the studio, on a Friday, on a Saturday, she's the person who was going to every single cameraman to say, hello, how are you?
She writes handwritten good luck notes at all the jobs and stuff. It always has done.
Man, I never see anything like this. She was going, and we were supposed to training, and we were supposed to, guys, you're on it now. And she was going to every single cameraman or every single person who work on props or every single person that special effect to say, how are you? Yeah. She would spend 2 minutes of their life. And she always said to me, your 2 minutes, the 2 minutes that you spend it today, they make their day. So you should carry on that.
It's also, it's kind of a testament to what it's all about, really, is it's people and connecting and, building a relationship with people that you've never met before, through the TV or through the theatre show. And that's kind of what the job is, really, is you kind of, this is what I think about entertainment in general, really, is you're giving people an escape from thinking about day-to-day stuff. You're giving them an escape from thinking about bills and car insurance and all those things. Like, you're just taking them into this place that is, just nothing matters other than what's happening on the stage.
Absolutely. And we got that job, and we have to make it happen, because no matter what's going on with our own life, when it comes to 7:30 and you have to be on stage, These people come.
Do you ever have that, and particularly when you're touring as much as you are, and you're 3 weeks into an everyday run and you're exhausted? Do you ever have those moments just before you go on stage where
Why am I
you're
doing
like,
this?
I've got nothing left, and then as soon as you're in the spotlight, you're like, bam, the adrenaline's there.
You got it. But there's one thing that I do which helped me a lot is the meet and greet before the show.
Yeah.
Because that one set me up to the show. Because the person, people
and
come.
they're warm when you come
exactly,
on.
Exactly that. So they come to me and say, I'm really looking forward to watch the show. Or like the little kids, like people, that's what set me up. Because they're so excited. They're like, okay, you know what? She's been waiting for this moment for a year.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't just go out there and not dance properly. Or, because these people, they deserve to be entertained. Yeah. So that meet and greet really helped. But yes, there are the days when it's like, why? Yeah. Why am I doing this? Especially in the morning when you're exhausted, waking up at the premiere in.
The field of birds and the M25 outside.
You're waking up on the Purple Palace, because that's how we call it, the Purple Palace.
I'm 100%. I'm going to call it the Purple Palace forever now.
Why am I doing this again?
So do you get a tour bus and sleep on the tour bus as well?
I do have my own driver, but only because I do also my Ballando on tour, which is my dance classes around.
They look amazing. I bet people love it.
Yeah, they are. They are loving it, and I didn't expect to be that successful.
Yeah.
I mean, last year we did like over 1,000 people in 3 weeks. Now we managed to get 1,700, and we haven't even started.
Yeah.
So it's going very, very well. And but the reason why I get my own drive is because I might do Ballando in the morning and then doing the show in the night.
And the thing that I find as well is the time isn't, and even the energy isn't so much the important bit. It's the mental space creatively, I think, is you need stuff to sort of ferment. And if you've got something coming, you almost need to give yourself space to process it and know what you're going to do and know what you're going to say, rather than going in cold. And so those times, even if it's just half an hour.
Well, for you it's different, though. Your show is different because I set the show.
And then
pretty much is the same one. Unless something happens on stage that you react quickly, or an audience member say something that you react quickly. So for us, it's like set.
Yeah.
Also because of timing. Yeah. And also because there is other people on stage with me, so I have to keep doing. Unless you're doing a tour with Anton back. And then you never know what's happening on stage. Yeah. Because I'm always like, what are we doing? He's Anton?
Quite Brucey in that respect, I thought, when I saw it. Like, he loves the audience.
Oh, yeah.
And he loves talking to the audience.
Yeah.
And he makes, and you're a bit like this as well, actually, making in-jokes to the audience, like little winks of their eye or nods of their head, that they feel like they're in on something. Yeah. So it kind of makes it unpredictable.
Yeah, especially for me as well, because we're supposed to do the same routine and singing the same song. But you never know with Anton. One night he's singing one song, another night he's singing another song, and I have to carry on because this is Anton back.
Yeah. So you doing the telly show with Anton next year?
A telly show?
The telly show?
No, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. I think the budget at the moment in the BBC is quite low, so we just keep doing what we're doing.
It's a shame, all of that. And it's been a long time coming, just telly, but it's strained and stressful.
It's a shame because it was a successful show. I think we did over 4 or 5 million.
People love it.
Yeah.
People love it. Will you do the theatre show again?
Yeah, we are doing a theatre show, and that one is almost sold out. But that's why I'm saying to you, the people love the combination with me and Anton, and I think the reason why they love it is because it's real. Yeah. It's not two people put together to create a TV show. Yeah. It's actually a real friendship between us two. Yeah. It's when we went to Spain, when we went to Sicily, it felt like I'm going on holidays with my best friend and get paid. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, everything absolutely. Is paid. We got paid, lovely jubbly. So, it's one of those things, you know? Yeah. So, but it's a shame because the channel has got its own, their own viewers of things. So. Yeah. Would you, if someone like Amazon or someone like that offered you, would you jump at it? In a heartbeat. Would you? Both of us. Yeah. So Amazon, please. Yeah, absolutely. So when you're touring the show, because when you're talking about it being set, it made me think. So do you take in your own stuff, or do you? Oh, I assume you take in your own stuff, and then it's all plotted, and you know the marks, and you get there and run the show and work it, and dress run it effectively. Well, I've got the luck to be the star of the show. Let's put it this way. So everywhere I go, it's all right. Yeah. Even if I do 100 mistakes, It's called interpretation. You know?
Yeah.
You never, the audience member never know what Giovanni went wrong because Giovanni can do different than the cast. In reality, I was supposed to do exactly the same steps, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, you know.
It must be amazing seeing it growing. I remember talking to your tour manager last year, who just said you had like 3,000 people audition or something like that for it. It's just amazing.
It's great. It's amazing, as you said, seeing growing the whole thing, because I remember 250 seats in front of me, and now we're playing the London Palladium.
Yeah. Which is an amazing room, isn't it? And you've got that, you stand there and you can see, it's like a wall of seats.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mate. You know, if you go on as well, I'm pretty sure you've seen it, but if you go on Instagram, there's clips of the standing ovation in the Palladium, and that was the longest standing ovation I ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like 8 minutes.
And there's something about that room that's just got the energy.
I think it's what's underneath.
Yeah.
I think there's Ashes of Bruce for size, isn't
That's
it?
true. Yeah.
So maybe it's the energy of the, but as well as the Drury Lane. Lane, because we do
Theatre Royal?
the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane, because we play there with Anton as well every year. And that
nice
as well. I think there's something about Andrew Lloyd Webber that he knows what he's doing.
It's like also everyone comes into the room with this like excitement that you can feel it. You know, like as soon as you come on stage, it hits you.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, and everyone's grateful to be there.
Exactly. It's like, I think it's even before you enter the theatre, the room, the already theatre give you
absolutely
the classiness of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's the ambition after the end of the last show?
That's a good question. And I'll tell you what it is. It's the fact that I'm stopping because I want to search for the ambition.
Yeah.
I want to try to see what is out there. I want to see. I want to see, and I want to know what's next myself as well. I know that works. I know that is something that I love to do, and I know that, you know, I will always come back to my first love.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. It's like a relationship, right? I know that's my first love, and I'm never gonna cheat on my first love. But I just need to go, not somewhere else with somebody else, but I need to go away for the bit.
Anton de Beek, maybe.
I need to go somewhere else for a bit and then come back to it. But it's just that it's just like to see what's next and what ambitions are.
Yeah, I suppose it's that sort of thing where you leave space and it fills with something else. You know, and if you don't have that space, you don't know what's going to fill it.
But as well as you want to feel as well how much you miss going away, you know? Because sometimes you just, I don't know if in life is like this for you as well, but sometimes I recognize to love something when you lose something, you know? That's, oh shit, I really love that, you know? So I think walking away for a little bit probably make me understand how much I love what I'm doing.
It makes me so sad that you're.
But I'm not going anywhere.
Minute.
I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm just taking a rest.
Yeah.
It's not arrivederci. It's not a goodbye.
It's like seeing, because when I do these theatres, I see your face all the time. It's like been part of the furniture for the last 10 years. Just go into like these theatres around the country, like, Giovanni's here again. Giovanni and Anton's here. It's going to feel weird not seeing your face in theatre.
Or you might see my face doing something else that is not dance. I might come to do some magic. Yeah.
You're welcome on my show anytime.
Yeah, we can do a show together.
Absolutely.
Make me disappear.
Yeah, we should. Palladium? We'll do Palladium.
Yeah, let's do Palladium. You have to show me the trick of making disappear people, because there's few of them that would love to.
Yeah, I can imagine. Which I will not delve into, but I will say this. If they asked you to go back, strictly wise, would you?
Well, again, as I said before, you never know what's going to be next.
Yeah.
You never know going to be next. It's strictly like Barano Colestelle, like every other of those jobs when you have to give your life 100%. They're quite tiring, you know? So when I say to you, I need a break, I might need a break. Yeah. But you never say never.
But you
never say never.
I thought that, because it feels like, and this is ambition, and also, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like setting the bar high for yourself. I feel like you've always been super hard working, and it's, it's always been, there's a competitive edge and all those sorts of things. So it feels like you kind of set yourself a goal and then you don't stop until you get there. And then so, the tour show has gone from 250 seats to the Palladium, and then Strictly, you won it and got to the final a load. I can always remember, like when was it Strictly, and you just it being so frustrating getting to the final a lot, and then I can always remember,
never win.
Yeah, and I can always remember Neil taking a mickey, going, "It's obviously you, Giovanni, to be honest." Like,
yeah, of course,
they're great dancers.
Always,
your fault.
always the bridesmaid, never the bride. But then happened, and again, it's an achievement. It's an achievement, but it's never been about the glitter ball. It's always been about make sure that those celebrities will look good on a Saturday night, because that's the achievement really. Because when you do Strictly, you go 13 weeks, and every week is an achievement. You have to take us as short videos, short. It's not like a big movie. It's like short videos. Every week is a different dance. It's a different thing. So that's ambitious. This is the thing that you have to create every week.
How far out would you plan it? Would you plan it? Would you know, like if you're on week 3, you'd know what you're doing up to like week 6?
Well, it depends. If you're a psychopath like me, yes, I plan everything. Because I care about what I do. So I was like, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. Some people just take it one week by week.
I always thought that the sort of skill set with it was choreographing for the celebrity rather than just, you choreograph to their strengths really.
But that's the reason why it's called Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Well, Strictly Come Dancing. The format is the celebrity and the dancer. I'm not gonna choreograph anything to showing off myself. Actually, it's the opposite. You step back to make sure that your celebrity goes up. But that's the reason why sometimes I see comments of people, sometimes not anymore, but in the past I've seen the comments of people, this person dance less, this person dance much better than the other pro. But it's not about the pros. The pros actually should step back and show the celebrity, because we all know how to dance. But sometimes you got a celebrity who can really show off, like example with Debbie, or with Faye, with a lot of people that have dance experience before. You're able to dance yourself as a professional as well. Sometimes you have to step back because maybe your celebrity is not that great. So you're trying to give them a space to show, And so, it's a combination, it's a balance between the two of them.
Yeah. Have you ever had any times where you've just gone, oh, for God's sake?
A few times. Few times. But that's the truth, that's the reality. And if you bring me here, any of the professional dancers say, no, I always wanted what I wanted, it's a lie. It's a lie. But as a good professional, you just deal with it, make it work until the end, and trying to get out the best as much as you can.
The thing that I've always found with things, because you mentioned in comments, is the assumption is, from anyone watching the telly, is that either A, people don't see what they're writing, as in like if they tweet you or send you a message that you don't see it, or if you do see it, that you're made of, steel, and that it doesn't bother you. Does it ever bother you when you see comments?
I've been very lucky.
Yeah.
So far so good. It's been very lucky. Trolls is a horrible thing, and I wish nobody had experienced that. But as in personally, I always had people that been supportive to me, but like beyond expectation. Especially in the last period, in the last year, the people at home have been incredibly supportive. And this is when I realized, oh, you know what? Actually, the English people really took me as a son. They really welcomed me a lot, because I knew they liked me because of Strictly and all the things. But the past year has been unbelievable.
It's lovely. And it's interesting, I remember hearing Jimmy Carr talk about it, when you're in those moments where it feels like there's this whole whirlwind of stuff going around you that you've got no real control over, that you find out who the people are that you can rely on and that care about you and that are, genuine people.
Absolutely.
The ones that call, really.
Absolutely. And it's been a year. And as you said, you noticed and you understand who the real people close to you are, but as well as people like the audience that realistically, I'm not very close to them. But even a small message or a like on my post on social media or anything, it just will give you the strength to go forward, which is great. It was great. And I always going to be grateful for them, because that's what they give me the strength to go forward.
Yeah. How do you deal with the tricky moments. You know, when your back's against the wall or whatever it is, professionally or otherwise. How do you get through those things to keep yourself, firstly, doing what you love and staying in love with it and achieving what you need to, but also mentally and emotionally keeping yourself okay?
Oh, you have to surround yourself with people that really care about you, but genuinely care about you, which is the most important thing. And second, you got to carry on to do the things that you do. You know, I was lucky to be on stage with my own show, having an audience every night, good response. And then I went on tour with Anton, again, my best friend, having a laugh and having a joke. And then straight away, another show like Dancing with the Star, like Bando con le Stelle, happened. So the whole thing really, really moved on.
Do you think you'll do another year in Italy?
It's the same question that you said to me before about Strictly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know, but I tell you why, because I'm focused on the 8 months of tour that is coming up.
Yeah. So what can people expect?
Tour, James.
8 months are rookie numbers. I'm about 4 years in at the moment.
8 months.
8 months. But do you get back to your own bed at all in that time?
Well, this is the two tour. Obviously, it's the two tour combines, and I go.
How many dates are they? How many are you doing?
Well, I'm doing mine from January until May. Then I got 3 weeks off, 2 weeks off. Then I start rehearsal with Anton. Yeah. And then we open with Anton end of May, and then we finish end of July.
It's so much, isn't it?
It's good.
It's great.
It's good.
Great.
And then a break.
Yeah, and then you just do this for the next 3 months.
But that's the reason why you said to me, what are you going to do? Are you going to do Strictly? Are you going to do Ballando?
Sleep.
I'm going to go
eat.
Holidays. I'm going to live my own life for a bit.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, if I will carry on to do Ballando again, that would be August.
Yeah.
Which is...
straight away. Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It'll be one of those things that up until that moment, you'll go, I'm really looking forward to the time off. And then they'll ask and you'll go, yes, straight away. Like,
and this is how it's been my past 10 years.
Yeah.
This is how it's been my past 10 years.
That's what it is. It's like, it kind of gives you life growing, I think.
And there was a moment when I was doing, because obviously I was doing short tour.
Yeah. At
the beginning. And I was doing live tour.
Yeah.
January to February.
Yeah.
Then I was doing my tour, February, March.
Yeah.
Then I was doing the pro tour.
Yeah.
And I was doing Here Come the Boys.
Yeah, I remember that.
Into Strictly.
It's just madness, isn't it?
So 4 tours.
Yeah.
Into Strictly. No day off.
Yeah.
0 day off.
It's just such a testament, though, to how, firstly, how good the shows are, and secondly, how loved you and the shows are, is that people will come. They'll come back and they'll come back and they'll come back. And I think that's a testament to a lot of things in showbiz, really, that people misunderstand, which is, you know, and it's where a lot of professional jealousy comes from in showbiz, I think, where the more there is and the better it is, the more people want to see it and the more they get out of it. And then so it's not a finite resource, an audience. Is if you give them a night, they'll not only talk about it, they want to come back and see it again, you know?
Absolutely. And that's, I think, the reason why, I don't know, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I think people come to watch the show, they like the next year they brought another person and then another person, and it became like a family. I know that if I go to Guildford, I know which audience is going to be there, and I know
where they're going to be sat.
Yeah, and I know who is going to be at the meet and greet.
Yeah.
If I go to Blackpool, I know which people are going to be in the meet and greet because every year they come back.
Yeah.
The same ones, you know. So it's great. It's great, and again, grateful.
What do you have planned for the tour?
It's the last one at the moment. So I'll go big or go home. In terms of I want to put everything in it. You know, you've seen my shows before. I like to do a bit of dancing, a bit, not much anymore. Singing, you know, I like to entertain. But for me, it's all about having a laugh, having a good time, you know. And especially now, more than ever, create that connection with the audience is fundamental.
Yeah, completely.
Especially now, more than ever, it's what I need. This is what I want.
Yeah.
So,
does it feel cathartic? Does it feel healing?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I always said, without the audience, I don't know how they've gone through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The audience has been the best medicine for me.
Yeah. Do you have days where, I know we half touched this on this earlier, and I'm kind of just almost like reflecting my own experience really too. But you know, you have days where it's a down day and then you go on stage and you come off stage and you just feel like the weight's lifted because you've had people there that are, you know, you've got Team Giovanni.
It's Team Giovanni, and as well was the fact of people saying the fact that we're Team Giovanni. And it was the most important thing, come to me and say, a big hug, a big kiss, we are with you. Boom, that's all I need. Move on.
So you do. So when are you at the Palladium? Is that May?
May the 4th.
Yeah.
Be with you.
Yeah.
May the 4th be with you. May the 4th. Yeah.
You looking forward to it?
Mate, it's gonna be an emotional night.
Yeah.
Is that the
last one?
Yeah, we ended there.
Oh, I'm gonna be there.
Oh, you are. Of course, you're going to be there.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
You'll speak to Paul.
Yeah. 100%. Like, give me the freebies,
100%. Free tick to James. No, but yeah, of course, Devin.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my family will be there. They will, everybody will be
there.
there.
Homecoming would be lovely.
Yeah, did in purpose. Last show at the Palladium. Because usually we do the Palladium and then we move on and then we go to Berries and Demons the day after. It's like we picked at the Palladium
I thought that with Anton's show as well, though. So Anton's show at the Palladium was amazing as well. But it feels like the Palladium. And then I saw him like 2 weeks later. I didn't see him, but I saw the show advertised like 2 weeks later in Wimbledon, which is a lovely venue.
Well, which is already still good.
Yeah.
Thinking what I did last year, I did, but not, Berries and Demons is a beautiful place in the world. Very tiny stage, but very good, very good. And I did the Palladium the night before, exciting, 3,000 people. And then the day after, on a Monday, double show in Berries and Demons.
Yeah. It's that with showbiz that I think people don't understand as well. It's like you can be at the Palladium one day.
You got the hype of the Palladium and the matinee on the Monday morning at the
and you have to find the same energy.
Of course, it's the same show, it's the same energy. As I said at the beginning of this chat, every single person who come to watch the show is like he's never seen the show. So you got to be the same, either the Palladium or Doncaster or anywhere you're going. Yeah. Because people haven't seen it before. And you have to have the respect to be on stage and perform for every single person. Either you are in London or you're in Scotland or in Ireland. You have to be the same person.
Logistically with the show, do you write it and direct it yourself? Or do you have
No, I do write it myself.
Yeah.
Everything I say, unfortunately, comes from me with the supervision of the producer, because sometimes I come with things that probably not good. So I have to be honest.
You can blame it on the language barrier though. You go, I've been in Italy for 6 months. It wasn't my fault.
Well, Bobby's my uncle, auntie's my funny. Things like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Obviously, this is an English thing, but,
absolutely.
And blah, blah, blah. And blah, blah, blah. But I do write everything myself. The director is not me, but I do have a big say.
Yeah. And then,
because you know what? If the director doesn't do what I want him to do, I don't pay him. It's simple like that,
absolutely. So, if people want to come, how do they find you?
GiovanniPernice.com, my friend.
Easiest place.
GiovanniPernice.com, go and book your ticket now.
I'm sure they're nearly all gone anyway. It's almost like...
It's going all right.
Yeah. It's almost like, I'm sort of like...
It's doing all right. But you know what? It's not even about how many tickets you sell. It's more about, you know what? I'm back in the country. I'm back doing what I love to do. Come and see me because we have a good night together.
Yeah. And then what after that's done? You'll stay here and...
After done in May, when I go on holidays.
Yeah.
I don't know where, but I have to go on holidays. I will have to get some proper sun. Yeah. I'm tired of getting sunbed. Constantly sunbed. I need proper tan. Yesterday, London last night was raining and depression comes kick again. Oh God, why? Yeah. It's one of the most beautiful countries in the world by the weather. No, mate. Not weather, not fish and chips for me, not anything like this. I'm coming from a place where I make a carbonara and I come here and I have a fish and chips. No, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming, Giovanni. I've had such a lovely chat with you.
Yeah.
And I will see you at the Palladium in May, if not before.
Well, you have to. You have to come and thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, it's been a joy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So that was Giovanni. I adore Giovanni. I think Giovanni is such a wonderful, sweet human being. He's clearly a few things, which is number one, very driven and smart, and I think he knows what he's saying and how he's saying it. But more importantly, I think everything that's happened with him over the last 12 months has clearly bothered him more than I think he'd want anyone to know. I think there was a humanity in him in that conversation that came out that I think was masked by the show and the ambition and wanting to take some time off and the love of people and the love of the show and the love of the audience. But he said some real telling things about, he said something about struggling when the sun's not out. And he said that, if the audience weren't there and weren't as supportive of him, then he wouldn't have survived or whatever the wording was. I thought that was really interesting. And I think that the thing that's coming across to me for all these interviews, and the same thing with Katie Price as well, is if you look at the comments on Katie Price, it's all hostile. But my experience of being sat next to her is the same as it was, in a different way, but the same as it was with Giovanni, of people are people and they're defined by their successes and constrained by the failures, and the ambition and the drive and the work is never an accident as much as people like to pretend it to be, but also they are impacted by human things and things that affect people's lives. I really, really wish Giovanni the best with everything. I'm excited for his tour show and I'm excited for the future for him. In my opinion, and by the time you watch this, maybe he has, but my opinion is he's going to win the Italian Strictly, Ballando, it was Dancing with the Stars in Italian, whatever it is. And I think he deserves to, because he works hard and he cares about people. So I really enjoyed the conversation. I left that conversation. I didn't record this outro straight away, but I left the conversation just feeling a real warmth from Giovanni and a real care of Giovanni. And I hope that whatever he fills his time off with, I hope it's something that fulfills him, because he's a good egg, and I wish him just nothing but the best with it.